When people think about furries, they most often than not assume it's just an American thing, when in reality, it's a worldwide phenomenon. Which is why I thought it'd be pretty interesting to reach out to furries from different countries all across the globe to take the time to learn about their culture and how furries are generally treated around there. And what better country to start off with than South Africa? Meet TheVirtualFloofs, a content creator on Twitch and YouTube who happened to stumble upon my first round of furries. And after reaching out to him, he agreed to tell us a little bit about furries in his part of the world. Well, good thing we're starting off with Africa, because at least we're dressed for the... I hope this isn't racist.
Look at you rocking the whole VR chat furry avatar.
Guys clearly never heard of incognito mode.
How you doing, dude?
I'm good, man. You?
Oh, good. Your video is really good, by the way. It's like really top quality, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. So you ready to get started?
No, I'm all good, bro.
Alright. So what's it like living in South Africa?
I live in the suburbs, just outside the cities. So we've got three provinces. Well, no, three provinces. We've got three like major, cities. Got Cape Town, Durban, and Joburg, which is kind of like in a triangle, if you look at it in that way. And I live in the middle. So a large part of KZN is pretty much just, I think for you guys in America, you call it rural land. When you learn in geography, it's rural. You got the city. And Durban City isn't anything pretty. It's pretty nasty, if I'm being honest. And then outside of it is just all rural, like, suburbs and their own little, like, villages. But when I say villages, it's more like built up. Like, legit civilized. Like, it's all civilized. It's just not a city. It's not like you guys have in America. You guys have, like, huge cities and huge towns. It's like we have, lots of suburban areas. It's very different from over in the States compared to here.
And you've lived there all your life?
Yeah, born and raised South African. I was born in KwaZulu-Natal.
So is Africa portrayed as it is in media, or is it a bit more developed?
I mean, the power goes out like every day, at least 2 hours at a time. My power's went out twice today. We have load shedding. It's like it has high crime and, the usual shit that, is portrayed with the South African memes. Yeah, I mean, I've been hijacked. I've been put at gunpoint. I mean, it's South Africa. It is what it is. Crime's really hard, but it's a beautiful place. I mean, if you go to the right places, I mean, it's like anywhere, right? There's some nice places and then some sketchy places. You gotta put yourself in the right one.
So what is your part of the world known for?
Curry. Durban is the curry central of South Africa, and the curry is perfection. It is the highest Indian population outside of India, so its curry is like really fucking good.
Do you guys have a native language?
Oh, there's like I think I'll be roasted if I get this wrong, but there's 7 official languages, and then there's like 11 languages total. So where I live, it's English is my main language, and then Zulu, and then Afrikaans. And then if you go to different provinces, there's different languages, and so on and so forth. It's such a diverse culture. There's no like one language or anything. I can speak mainly English. Well, the other languages are just like, a little bit. I can understand if someone's swearing at me, and the usual stuff.
So is there a word for furry in any of those languages?
I highly doubt they even have a word for furry, because so where I live, KwaZulu-Natal, Zulu was a lot of Zulu words come directly off of Afrikaans and English. So like a tractor is igandaganda. It's pretty much just put the e in front of it. And a few words are like that, but then obviously you got like the more legit words. They definitely don't have a word for being a furry in Zulu. And if they do, I'd be shocked.
So you guys get any exotic wildlife in your area, like parrots, monkeys, lions, stuff like that?
Honestly, dogs, cats. Back in the day, so like going back 30, 40 years ago, you would have seen like wild bush pig, you know, some leopards, some zebra, whatever. It says like a game reserve, not a game reserve, like natural park, kind of. I can't actually remember what it's called, but anyway, there's zebra there, and if you go past it, and if you're lucky enough, you'll see zebra grazing on the hill. But yeah, I think the most common animals you'll see is just dog, cats, and cows, and some
Yep.
sheep,
Oh.
if you're lucky. I mean, there used to be a leopard in the valley by me, but it's like no one's seen or heard of any for quite a few years, so I doubt they exist anymore.
Oh.
They're probably gone extinct in that area.
Oh.
Yeah, like as civilization does, it builds up and then just,
So how did you get into this?
oh, right into it. I found some spicy stuff. No, but I through animations, I guess, through like Disney animations. I think the first one would have been probably Treasure Planet with the stepdad being a dog.
So what do you enjoy doing?
I used to surf. I used to make surfboards and ride motorcycles.
What do you do for work?
I stream and content creation, being a goof on the internet.
And you do avatar texturing too, right?
Yeah, for avatar textures. Yeah, this is my avatar. The way I see it, like content creation just covers like all of it. So like videos, streams, avatars, pretty much everything, dude. Anything and everything that it has to do with VR chat, I try to use it to my fullest ability.
So are there a lot of furries in South Africa?
That's an interesting question because if you'd asked me that same question a year ago or 2 years ago, I would have said no, there's not many furries here. But just in the last year, I've met more furries than I have in the last like 4 years. So there are a decent amount of furries, and you often find that in South Africa, people are furries, but just like they don't really come out about it because like, being a furry is usually associated with like there's a lot of gay people in the furry fandom. So as I said earlier, it's not exactly socially accepted. So if you'd be like, "Hey, I'm a furry," um, I don't know, no one really opens up about it. I think the more furries there are right now, like I don't know how to English this. As the furry population increases in South Africa, I think more and more people being like, "Oh yeah, I'm also furry. Hi." And then, groups connect and it just gets bigger and bigger. People feel more comfortable opening up, I guess. I think that's more correct.
Do you guys have any conventions down there?
So there is South Africa that I know of, and there are like smaller meets that happen, but nothing at the scale of what happens in the United States. Like it's much, much smaller. It's more like little groups of people who get together.
Do a lot of people fursuit?
Um, I wouldn't say a lot of fursuiters, but there are a decent number of fursuiters. Like if you were to take the total number of furries in South Africa and how many of them have suits, I'd say we have a decent amount of suitors. But again, it's like nothing compared to the scale that you guys have in the United States. Like the fur cons that happen there, like MFF, all the other, like the one that you went to when you made that video, right? It's like nothing like that. Like there were so many furries at the con that you went to. It's like maybe like a third of the size, if that. I've never been to one yet, so I'm planning to go to one soon though. As soon as I get my fursuit,
Nice.
I'm gonna be going to some sort of con or meetup.
So how do the people of South Africa generally react around furries?
Um, Honestly, often all the photos I've seen from cons and things, it's always received pretty well. People are very chilled. Although, it's when you say that you're gay that it's not as okay because socially it's not necessarily as accepted. Like obviously in certain areas and if you go up to like Cape Town, it's gonna be way more accepted than here in Durban. And here in Durban, it's still like it's not really socially accepted. South Africa's a bit behind socially. It's like legally you are not allowed to be homophobic or anything to anyone. But what is socially accepted and legally accepted are two different things. So otherwise, being a furry is just accepted. Yeah. I've
No one cares.
yet to meet someone in South Africa who isn't okay with it. I think the reason for them being like furries being very accepted and like when you see like public suiting photos and stuff in South Africa is because of like how diverse our culture is in South Africa. There's all different types of cultures mixed up together. So, when you see someone walking around like a fursuit, they don't really think, "Oh, fuck, what the fuck is that?" They're just like, "Oh, that's cute," and then they keep on with their daily business.
Wait, so you're saying you guys don't really receive hate down there?
Not in South Africa, no.
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, if you could say something to the viral side of haters, what would it be?
Um, don't be so quick to judge. Not everyone's what you may think or believe.